Hello, boys and girls. Hello. How are we? Oh, is the camera not lined up properly? Feels like the camera's not lined up. I was looking at the wrong. I forgot I don't have the wide camera on. It looks like this one's not in the frame properly. Thank you for the sub, Fleming. Hold on, I'm just adjusting this camera. It doesn't seem to be properly in the frame. It's upsetting me greatly. There we go. Oh, it's not. It's the frame itself is off. There's a little white line above my head. That must be part of the little surrounding thing. It looks weird. I don't care for it. Has that always been there? It might have always been there. Hello, folks. How are we doing? CRM Doodle. Kerm Doodle. Thank you very much for the sub as well. 3 months. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hello and welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, you might have wondered where I've been. Basically, I got fed up with trying to compete with the Euros because views were down massively because of the Euros. Everyone was watching them, so I thought, I know, let's stream on the night everyone else will be streaming instead. That will bring views up. Rebby Ruth, thank you for the sub, and Ava, thank you for the sub, and Rob, thank you for the sub. Lovely, 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 lovely. Did I get the mug that I sent to the PO box? I haven't seen a mug. When did you send it? I haven't noticed anything come through from the PO box in a little while, actually. So I might need to look into that. When did you send it? Right, before we get into the Football Manager stuff, we will get into that in a minute. I just want to have a look at the Steam sale because I've just noticed it started and nobody told me. So a little bit upset with all of you, quite frankly. Hold on, no, that's not it. There we go. I just want to see if there's anything good on here. We've got 3 minutes of pre-stream stream. Has anyone had a look through and seen if there's anything worth getting? I'm looking for things to stream potentially when Football Manager falls off a cliff, probably after the Euros. I'm interested. The Outer Worlds is a game I haven't played, but I'd quite like to try. But that's on Xbox Game Pass, so I'd probably just get it on that. Horizon Zero Dawn is another one I'd like to try, but I've already got it as part of PlayStation Now, so both of them I can play on console. What else have we got in here? Anything that catches my eye? Not really. I don't really want to play The Sims. Yeah. I'm certainly not going to play Out of the Park Baseball. A Rounders game does not sound like a lot of fun. House Flipper looks fun. I've looked at that before. See, it's on my wish list. Disco Elysium's another one on my wish list. Cyberpunk I've already got on PlayStation. This is the problem when you've already got all of the games. Ooh, Railway Empire. Ooh. And remember, I don't like anything that's shooty. Shooty games bore me. Football Manager's on sale. Even cheaper through my link, though. Exclamation mark FM21, I think. I've always been tempted to give Elder Scrolls Online a try. I'm just worried it will destroy my life and just take away everything. Just take everything from me. Because I love the Elder Scrolls. Loved Oblivion. Loved Skyrim. We're just having a look at the Steam sale, Anna. See, Anna's seen I'm game shopping and she's right in here. We're just having a little look to see what there is. I'm not getting The Sims. We've already got it on multiple things. I remember Project Cars. I had that on Xbox 360, I think.
Is that Boo?
It's not Alex the Kid. It's Alex Kidd. You're as bad as Sheepdog. I don't think these are ones that are in the sale. I've got Planet Zoo and other things. What's the difference? What's Planet Zoo? Where's that? Is that new? You got to shout because you're at the back. Planet Zoo, that's an expansion pack, but we can have a look at the main game. So what's Planet Zoo then? I need the main game. It's going to cost 40 quid. How's that different to Zoo Tycoon? Are you sure this isn't the one that's on the Xbox One? Planet Zoo. Are you sure?
I am absolutely 100% sure.
Is she right, boys and girls? I feel like Planet Zoo was on the Xbox One. Like a launch title for the Xbox One.
Hello everybody, I'm very sick.
Yeah, Anna's not very well. This is why there's been no vlog. This is why Anna's not been streaming. She is poorly sick. You shouldn't really be this close to me.
But I want...
She's done... We've been doing daily lateral flow tests that we keep passing. She's done a proper test today that we've had to send off in the post. We don't think it's COVID. Andy's not really poorly anymore, but we're still keeping him off school because of little Miss Self-Isolate over here. So hopefully we'll get a negative COVID result tomorrow. Because it's Amy's birthday this weekend. So you ruin Amy's birthday if you're sick.
I'm sick.
You're blocking the whole of the light as well. There's no light in the... Ah, my lovely RGB. You can't see the background.
But I'm very purple.
You are very purple because you're stood in front of a purple light. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything that particularly...
Zoo.
I'm not going to get Planet Zoo. There you go. CJ saying Planet Zoo is the one on Xbox.
No, it's not.
Hold on. We need to check. Is Planet Zoo on Xbox? Do you just burp on my stream? That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Planet Zoo's been on Xbox for like 2 years.
The one that you were paying was Untitled.
Okay. We're going to play Football Manager now.
No.
Yeah, afraid so. You're just in here burping. I can't have people burping on my stream. Yeah. Yeah. Disgraceful. How are we all, anybody? Is everybody good?
I'm sick.
Yes, Anna's sick. Can't believe you burped in here. That is... I'm tempted to end the stream. That is the worst thing that's ever happened on one of my streams. I mute when I cough or sniff. Goodness me. Yeah. Right, Football Manager. We haven't played this for ages, this save. Anyway. Are you just going to be there heckling from the back? Get out, you. Germs and heckling. Goodness me. We haven't played this save for ages. This save! We haven't played this save for ages. So just as a quick reminder of where we got with it. You need to be silent back there, young lady. She's coughing in the background. Look, that's the mute button. If you need to make any disgusting noises, you lean over and press that so that they don't have to hear your disgusting noises. You are actually costing us money now because people are leaving because of your disgusting noises. You are? People are not... It's going around the internet. Anna's coughing and burping on stream. Come and watch. Come and watch.
Some people like that.
Oh, disgusting. Save that for your OnlyFans. Have you started OnlyFans yet? She's going to. I think she's going to. That's quite popular on there, though, I've heard. I didn't agree with what you said. I'm just making... I didn't say that! No! Bye-bye, Anna. He's still there. Hold on. Have you actually moved the light? Can you just come one side of the door or the other and close it so I can check the lighting? I set the stream up and then it gets trashed. Right. I think that's... There you go. We're good. Are you still there? You can come back in now with the door closed. And you can stand not on the light. Goodness me. Right. As I was trying to say, I promise we would... I'm going to turn the volume up so I can't hear. There we go. So, we haven't played the save for ages, so I need to familiarise myself, or re-familiarise myself, with where we got to the last time we played. What is she doing out there now? Goodness me. Goodness me. I need a lock for that door. We are playing in Europe tonight. That's the important thing. This is the third season we've been with Smorgon. We got promoted first time of asking. Last year we qualified for Europe, or we thought we had. We finished 4th in the league. We thought that was enough to qualify for Europe. Then it turned out that we also had to win the cup. But luckily, we won the cup as well. The cup in Belarus is weird. It started last season, but ended this season. So by winning the cup this season, we then retroactively qualified for Europe last season, which means we're in Europe now. So we won the cup there mid-season. We now start playing in the Europa League qualifying, or it's Conference League, isn't it? Qualifying rounds this season too. So we've got like 3 league games to do, and then we're going to be playing in Europe against either Bruno's Magpies, who are from Gibraltar. That sounds like a great name for a football team. I want to play them because Riga in Latvia, I feel like I've heard of. I feel like they might be a problem, but I think Bruno's Magpies, we can take Bruno's Magpies. But as you can see, at the end of the last stream, it looks like form went off a cliff. I don't know what's gone on there. The season had been going quite well. We started reasonably okay, but we're just in a little bit of free fall at the moment. We need to nip that in the bud, because obviously, as well as playing in Europe this year, we also want to qualify again for Europe next year. So we need to start winning some football matches again. That's the plan. Whilst we're doing that, did we hit a hype train? Oh, she's distracted me. Rick the Ref, thank you for the sub as well. Just seeing that's come through. People are just here for Anna. The worrying thing is I expect that's probably true. Oh dear. How do you feel about the away goals being abolished in Europe? I don't know. Does anyone care? Is it a problem? Away goals is dumb. I don't know. We've played in stuff without away goals. I feel like we've talked about the Streamer Showdown. There you go. There's an example. I knew there was a time we'd played in it and talked about it on stream. The Streamer Showdown doesn't have away goals, and everyone loves that. So it feels like they're just taking the lead from the Streamer Showdown. I think if everyone loved away goals that much, it would be in the Streamer Showdown knockout rounds, but it's not. So the fact that it's not in the Streamer Showdown means it probably shouldn't be in real football, because otherwise it would be in the showdown, obviously. Are there any other games that me and Anna could stream together? I imagine there's loads. We don't have a lot of crossover in our gaming taste, but I mean, there's lots of games we've played together over the years. We played through the first couple of Borderlands games together. She'll no doubt get involved in things like Back 4 Blood when that's out later this year. I'm really looking forward to that. If she wasn't sick, we've both downloaded Forza Horizon 4 because we got our Xboxes last week. So we've both got that downloaded. And I've been playing a bit of it on my own, but Anna wants to just cruise around Forza together at some point. So we'll probably do that. So there's lots of things we can play together. It's just whether or not we end up streaming it. I'm not really sure. We shall see, I guess. What I've got to do, and we've talked about this a little bit in the past as well, I've got to make sure that as the biggest danger as a content creator, especially a gaming content creator, is that you make everything part of your job. Monetize everything. I've got to separate some part of my gaming to just be what I do for fun. So there's still things I just do for fun. Otherwise it becomes just like working all the time and not doing stuff for fun. Is it the next step before European knockouts become one leg? Are they going to become one leg? I don't know. Why would it lead to that? I don't really know why removing away goals leads to that. Surely, if anything, if you're going to go to one leg, then you've got more of a logic for away go. If an away team comes and draws, they get the win. I think that it would make more sense over one leg. I don't know. Well, yeah, there'll definitely be another It Takes Two stream at some point. It might be a while now because Anna's been sick. We're kind of trying to use that tactically to help push her over the threshold for partner, but with her missing an entire week of streaming this week, I imagine the push for partner is now on hold until September. So we might save it for then. I'm not sure. Because we need to make sure that month where she's really pushing for partner, her average views are as high as they can be. So the It Takes Two streams are a good way to do that. But she's not going to be able to stream often enough over the school summer holidays to get partner. So July and August aren't really an option for the push for partner. So It Takes Two might be on the shelf for a little while now, and we'll bring it back and have a really big push in September and finish the game over the course of a couple of weekends maybe. So talk to me, explain to me why away goals going away is a problem, because I've seen a few people tweeting about it being a problem. I don't really get it. I don't understand. Why is no away goals an issue? Why have we not got Ivanov up front? Is he injured? I assume he's probably injured. A Way Out we've already played, so we definitely won't be streaming that. I don't replay games, especially story-based games like that. I saw that Windows 11 has been announced, and it got me thinking, since doing this for my job, there's never been a new Windows. I've always been a day one adopter of Windows in the past. I imagine that would be a bad idea for me now, wouldn't it? I probably need to wait until OBS and Premiere Pro and Football Manager are always running very smoothly. Are already running very smoothly on Windows 11 before I take the plunge. But I always like shiny new operating systems. But I guess I'm going to have to wait this time. Not sure if it's a problem for me, but I find it very exciting. The outcome of a match changing with only one goal is quite cool. Yeah, I guess. I think it's better as it counts for extra time. So it's to encourage. Yeah, it does. It encourages attacking football. I agree. Man of Medan's been out a long while. I don't think there's. We're not gonna play games that have been out ages. Again, people don't want to watch games that have been out ages. You kind of have to strike while the iron's hot with games. So we're looking for new games that we can play together, not old games that we can play together. People won't watch that. Windows 11 runs Android apps. Why would you want it to? I just can't imagine why you would want Android apps running on a computer. Similar to how on Mac OS you can run iPhone apps, and I've never wanted to. I don't. Why would I want to? Why do I want iPhone apps running on my computer? I have an iPhone. I have a computer. I'll do separate things with them. Thanks. I don't need Android apps running on a Windows PC. It's nuts. Right, we've got to change the tactic. We've got the unwilling to experiment message, which, according to the laws of Football Manager, means you must change the tactic, because if you don't, you'll continue losing. However, if you change it to the right tactic, you automatically get a win in your next game because you changed the tactic. So we've got to keep wingers involved. So I guess we'll switch to, shall we just load up the home 424? Load the latest. Oh, that's not it. Do we must have a home 424 in here somewhere. New home. We're probably not going to be able to play with a complete forward though. So we'll perhaps go target man. Target man, advance forward. And we'll throw that in for the next game. There you go. I'm not unwilling to experiment. I'm experimenting with a tactic that I know works. What about Mario Golf Super? I have Mario on its way. I can't imagine I'm going to stream a Switch game though. I've been watching a streamer play Brian Lara Cricket 2005. Yeah, you won't watch me play that. Oh dear. Remember to sort throw-ins and corners. I think they should be sorted. I think I sorted them the other day. Yeah. No. What? What a mess. What a mess. That's what I'm running in the home save. Needs to be like that. And make sure we've not got long throws on. Yeah, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. Awesome. I mean, I used to enjoy playing the Brian Lara Cricket games. One of the only things I've downloaded on the Xbox off of Game Pass is Cricket 2019, I think it's called. And I had a little go on that. I'm not going to stream it. Definitely not going to stream it. Because I just can't imagine anyone would want to watch that streamed. I'd be more likely just to stick FIFA on and stream that for a bit. But again, I ain't doing that anytime soon. We've got this save to finish first. This is all theoretical talk, but after this save is finished, we've got a little bit of time left on this save yet. What, we set ourselves 10 seasons, didn't we? This will be season 3. We're going to win the Champions League within 7 years. It'll be fine. We'll win the Conference League this year. I suspect we probably won't, but we can try. We might win one game. There you go. My director of football is making offers for players again, which I'm always on board with. It's coming home. Goodness me, Kyle. Kyle has obviously not watched any of the England games so far. Is there a streamer showdown coming up? Yes. Yeah, FIFA streams will be when FIFA 22 comes out. It'll be between FIFA 22 and FM22. I'll be streaming FIFA quite a lot, I imagine. Because at that point, FM is usually utterly dead. So definitely got FIFA penciled in for them. I don't think it was a Cricket 2015 game. I thought it was 2019. It could have been 2015. Can we get some Harry Kane bashing? I've missed that. It's not fun anymore now. Everyone's doing it. I've been proven right. It's no longer fun. I like to be a contrarian. If anything, I'm working on reasons to tell you why Harry Kane's great. Now everyone's come round to my way of thinking. Just shows that, as ever, Kev is always right. Told you Harry Kane wouldn't work in this England team. And what do you know? Harry Kane doesn't work in this England team. Look at Kev being right again. What do I think of Flynn Clark leaving for Norwich? I never saw him play. I'm not really that bothered. I imagine we got a decent amount of money for him, which is fine. I know we turned down 700,000, I think, back in January. So I assume it's more than that. So I imagine it was a 7-figure fee for a player who wanted to go and only had a year left on his contract. So club policy is he went on the transfer list. So I would imagine we've got close to the 700. $300k plus add-ons. The thing is, you don't know that. Nobody knows that. That's the thing with undisclosed fees. It's always just pure speculation. I would be surprised if we accepted less than the 700 that we'd already turned down. It's not like us to turn down 700 and then 3 or 4 months later accept 300. That's not really the posh way. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if it was at least as much as we turned down before. Jack Marriott coming back to an awesome piece of business. I know a lot of people on Twitter have been telling me that he's injury prone, but my response to that is that doesn't really matter. If he's injury prone, if anything, that'll drive down his price, drives down his salary if he's got to rebuild a career. With a perfect club to rebuild his career, he'll still only be, 25, 26 years old. When he was last with us, he was banging goals in for fun. It can only go well, really, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not like he's going to be our only striker. If he was coming in to be our first choice, nailed on starter, only striker, then it'd be a little bit of a worry. But we've still got Big Johnson. We've still got Ricky J. Jones coming through. We've still got Mo Issa. We've still, at the moment, got Siriki Dembele, although I imagine he's leaving. So if it's just a swap of a squad position, Dembele out, Marriott in. Marriott scored a lot more goals for us than Dembele ever did. I know they're different kinds of player, but I think I'd probably choose Jack Marriott ahead of Dembele anytime. I mean, we sold Marriott for 5 million plus and getting him back on a free transfer at the end of that contract. That seems like good business to me. Valdexos, 26 months. Thank you very much. Sometimes players are only injury prone at certain clubs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know Posh have got a very highly regarded fitness coach and sports science team. It's one of the things that Fergie's always been very good at, making sure that our fitness and sports science stuff is always top drawer. So it might just be that being here suits him. I know he was a regular bench warmer at Luton. The only time he's ever really been a regular starter for a full season was that one season he had with us, when he scored all those goals. So we're the club who know how to get a season out of him. So we will see. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Siriki's waiting for the manager to look at free transfers on July the 1st. It's a weird situation with Siriki Dembele because Darren McAntony on Twitter is still talking as if we're going to get a fee for him. I don't really know how that works. can only assume we have an option for a contract extension on him that we haven't necessarily put in place, but there's, I don't know. I don't really understand, because he's 24 now. So we wouldn't get a fee like a tribunal fee, but mechanically still talks as if we're getting money for him, even though theoretically he's supposed to be out of contract. So there's some kind of shenanigans going on there. Steve FM, thank you very much for the 5 months. Club will get a fee as they develop the player for a spell as a young player. Yeah, but the way he talks, it's not the typical 20 grand development fee that you see in FM. It's like he's talking as if there being significant money to reinvest from selling him. So interesting. Very interesting. Are you terrified about being turned over on the 27th of November? I haven't even looked that far ahead, Kyle. I can't imagine who we're playing then. We'll be safe by then anyway. We've got the easiest possible start to the season. Luton away, Derby at home. 6 points on the board. Bish bash bosh. Jack Marriott gets a hat-trick on his return to Luton. And everyone wonders how they managed to balls him up even worse than Derby did. Fiery Chariot, thank you for the 4 months. There you go. We've changed the tactic and we're now winning again. It's wonderful. Football Manager is a wonderfully predictable game. So much fun. If you win the Streamer Showdown again, will you be the current champion on the Twitter page? I mean, a couple of issues with that. Firstly, it's when, not if. And secondly, if I ran the Twitter page, don't you think I'd already be on there? So I have no control over that. Like I've said a few times before, as soon as they start trying to pull in a new sponsor, you can guarantee my name appears on there. They want the talent front and centre. But at the moment, obviously it means no sponsor, presumably. How much do you think you get for Dembele if he had 4 or 5 years on his contract? Oh, if he had 4 years left on his contract, he's another £5 million plus player. Comfortably. So I don't think we'd get anywhere near that for him now. But mechanically, he's definitely talking as if there's going to be money to reinvest. So it's an odd one. And I guess we've now got the Flynn Clark money. We've had the windfall from Ivan Toney. I imagine I wouldn't be at all surprised if we're looking, even without really selling anyone, we've got like 4 or 5 million coming in just from transfer fees this summer. Plus the 10 million that they always talk about as being what promotion to the championship is worth. Plus we've still got the Tony money left over from last summer. So I guess we're in quite a strong position to go out and spend some money when we've decided who we're going to spend it on. I know we've basically gone through the entire squad so far this summer and given everybody championship money, which is a little bit alarming because, like, Mark Beavers, as much as he's been our captain in League One, he's never really been a good championship player. He's 31 years old and we've just given him a 3-year contract at 31, presumably with a pay rise, and he's slow and not very good now in League One. I can't imagine him in 2 years' time playing in the championship. But I mean, I trust Fergie more than I trust my own judgment and that kind of thing. What save would you recommend doing? British non-lethal legend or one like this? I always prefer normal non-lethal legend. You still kind of have to give your promotion captain a contract. I don't know that I agree with that. So clearly changing the tactic was a good idea. I don't understand. I don't understand how it can make... It's not even that it's a very different tactic either. We've just taken the attacking midfielder and put him up front. And we're playing like we're a new team. Right, we need to take Ivanov off. Because he was only supposed to play an hour. So he needs to come off. And then everyone else... We haven't got left back on the bench. Whose stupid idea is that? We can move him across to there. And bring him on. We'll do a Kevy treble. Beautiful. Hi, how long until Europe? Now we've got our European tactic in place. This has also thrown us right back up the league again, which is beautiful to see. Let's have a lovely goal from here. Our left back doing magical things from range is what we want now. Will the charity stream be playing Football Manager? Yes, it will. It's only like it's that night's normal stream. It's just going to be a normal 3-hour stream thing. But Warchild are doing a whole load of streams that week, getting various sporting gaming creators involved in trying to raise loads of money for Warchild. So they asked me to get involved. I said, yes, I'll get involved. I'll do it on this day. So yeah, the 15th of July, we're doing the Warchild stream. But it's just a stream. We probably would have done that night anyway. But rather than you subbing to me and donating to me that night, you'll be donating to charity, won't you? To raise money for Warchild. Because I've told them all the charity money I've raised in the past. So no pressure. You've got a month to start donating. The link is there. Well, that has been a really rather comfortable victory. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 6-0. Look at the state of that. That warrants opening a beverage celebration. Have you got some insider info? That's the day after Shady gets his PC fixed. Maybe. Are you going to be watching Wimbledon? Hell no. Sorry. Oh, you just suggested I watch tennis. Oh my word, Wimbledon. I don't even have a witty response. It just tickled me, the thought of a human being actually sitting and watching a game of tennis. My word. That's the day I come back from my trip to London. Well, delightful stuff. I was going to Bodine's in London. Very nice. I would like to go to Bodine's in London. Bring me back some Bodine's. CJ's playing a game of State the Obvious. The 15th of July is 5 days after your birthday. Thanks, CJ. Thanks. Needed to be notified when my birthday is. Thank you very much. I'm supposed to be in Peterborough that night. Why would anyone want to go to Peterborough? Hydrate. I shall. I'm from Peterborough and have no reason to want to go to Peterborough. On what is that, a Wednesday night? A Thursday night? The birthday's the day before England win the Euros. I mean, if England win the Euros, I'll say, well done, Gareth. You were right all along. I do actually think, the Kane issue aside, we are going about things exactly the right way. This is how you win tournaments. I mean, people who've studied my masterclass in tournament football through the Streamer Showdown time and time again will know that the key to success in tournaments is not losing, which seems blindingly obvious, but the amount of people who make the mistake of playing to win rather than playing not to lose, it's all about being strong defensively and hitting teams on the break. We've got the strong defensively part. I wonder if people would be criticising the England. This is what we've talked a bit before about how football fans are frustrating creatures sometimes and form their opinion on how well something is working based on the result they see. So I do wonder if those 3 times we've hit the post, if all 3 of them go in, and that's the only thing that changes, we score those 3 extra goals. So we've now beaten Croatia 2-0, Czech Republic 2-0, we've beaten Scotland 1-0. I wonder if at that point everyone is saying we're the greatest team in the history of the world. just because those 3 times where we've hit the post have ended up in the back of the net. But no, I do think we're solid defensively. I think Germany are probably the team we'd want to face the least at this stage, because having seen the first 3 matches, obviously France are a very good side, but they're capable of at any moment just being French and all falling out of each other, so you kind of gamble on that happening. Portugal, I think, were probably the easy target of the 3 we could have got, but we were never really going to get Hungary, were we? But I think Portugal would have been relatively straightforward to get past. They're very weak defensively. But Germany, I think, will ruin us out wide unless we're smart about it. I like the fact we've stumbled across Saka, who's going to be the perfect player for playing against Germany, because you just have him running up and down, tracking that wing back all game long. So that's one of the wing backs taken care of. We just need another one on the other side to track the other one. And I guess the question then is, do we have another one who can do that same job that Saka can do? And I'm not talking about playing in fullback. I'm talking about him being one of our wingers, but tracking that wing back. Mings still concerned. Mings won't be playing, so you don't need to worry about Mings. We'll win 1-0. Sterling will score. Timo Werner will have 3 goals disallowed. He's not been playing, has he? Kai Havertz seems to be the big goal threat. If Germany can't beat Hungary, we may have a chance. And I imagine they're saying if England can't beat Scotland, we've got a chance. And I would suggest Hungary are probably a better side than Scotland. Germany is showing they're just way too inconsistent. If you catch them on the right day, they're beatable. Oh, I agree. They are very inconsistent. You know, and I think we will be very solidly defensively against them. And bearing in mind they're not playing with a proper striker. The worry is those wing backs, and if we don't deal with them properly. As much as Gary Neville annoys me, that team he posted on Twitter is probably pretty much spot on what we need to do. We probably need to go to the 3 at the back to cover those wing backs. Sherko, thank you for the 14 months. Kimmich won't bomb up and down. He can be controlled by a Mount or someone like Grealish. I mean, Grealish isn't going to control him, is he? Mount might do a job on him if Mount plays. I mean, that's a big if at the moment, isn't it? But I don't know. I don't see a spot for Grealish against Germany. As much as everybody loves him, where does Grealish fit in against Germany? Anyone who's like, oh, we've got to play Grealish, we've got to attack. Those people are morons who don't understand how tournament football works. So I just don't see how you fit Grealish in. Likewise, you don't fit Sancho in. I think we pretty much... I don't know. The team from the other night, but you take Grealish out and stick another fullback in. Put Walker at centre-back into a back 3. Stick Reece James in or Trippier in instead of Grealish. In an ideal world, I don't play Harry Kane. I have Sterling as the striker. And then you potentially play Saka and Grealish either side. Or Saka and Mount. Or Saka and Foden. I saw someone suggest playing Foden as a false 9 instead of Kane, which is an interesting concept, as we've not tried it for England. Grealish wins the fouls. I mean, that's all I ever hear people say. You know what I'd love to see from Grealish? Him not getting fouled and just keeping the ball. I don't see the attraction in a man who just gets fouled all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like him. I think he's a very good player. I just don't think... Similar to Harry Kane, I don't think Grealish fits into the system that we're going to be using. I wouldn't expect anything we haven't seen yet. We've seen England play the three at the back loads of times, haven't we? It's not like that's going to be a completely new system. But yeah, I would suspect if he has every player available, so if we manage to get this special dispensation to have Chilwell and Mount training socially distanced with the rest of the team or whatever they're trying to do, if Mount is training, I imagine the only change from the other night is Mount in for Grealish. That would be my expectation. And go with that. Keep Maguire in at the back because he's just much, much better than Mings. I don't care about this whole, but Mings has played well. Doesn't matter. Maguire is much better than him. Much better than him. Would I not play Saka at left back? No, I think Saka playing in that role he played the other night, spot on. Because he's then a waste at left back. The whole benefit of Saka is that he can defend and he'll track back as a winger. If you're going to, I mean, he's not better at left back than Shaw or Chilwell, is he? But you play him in front of your fullback to track the wing backs. I don't know why you would drop proper fullbacks to play Saka there. Really like Grealish's approach, but don't. This hype, he's the saviour of England talk. Yeah. What's happened to Rashford? I mean, say it quietly because everyone loves him. Or as a person, I guess, maybe not as a footballer. But Rashford's another one that I've never seen have a good game. But yeah, I don't think you can have both Kane and Grealish in the team. I think they're both luxury players in the system that we're using. He's been playing 6 months with an injury. Should have had the summer off. What, Rashford? Well, send him away now to have his summer. He's not required. Should have taken Ivan Toney instead. Thoughts on Posh's first games? Couldn't have hoped for an easier start. If we've not got 6 points after the first 2 games, we're getting relegated. Rashford has 5 minutes of brilliance in a game and does nothing for the other 85, just gives the ball away constantly. Well, that doesn't work in this system then, so don't play him. Right, we're about to play our first ever game in Europe. Get your excitement hats on, boys and girls. Where's my excitement hat? I hear you ask. Not sure. But you should all be wearing yours. You can just assume that I'm excited because I'm the one streaming. I don't need to wear my excitement hat. But you need to put your excitement hat on. Would have loved to see Hummels versus Vardy. Yeah. Yeah, Vardy would have been he would have been a nice little addition to this squad, wouldn't he? Right, this guy we're not really using anymore, so we probably can let him go. If they want him, he's only worth 950 quid. They can have him for free. Sancho was not playing. What? More than 30 goal contributions per season. That's 3 for Dortmund to sit on the bench for Saka. I mean, that is in an inferior league. And he's been with the England squad for a month. I can't imagine Southgate has not paid attention to what he's been doing in Germany. But obviously has decided that Saka offers him more of what he's looking for in this England team. I mean, as Kane has showed, just having lots of goal contributions doesn't mean you fit into the way we play. Kane has to be in on reputation. Let's not have 2 of them in because of their numbers playing in a different system for a different team. If they don't fit into this system, then Don't play them. Pick your system and then fit the players into it. It's the whole. I know I reference back to this one all the time because it's my era. But it's the whole trying to force a way to play Lampard and Gerrard together thing again. That's why we didn't ever win anything back then, because they're two of our best players. We have to play them both. No, we don't. You pick one, and the other one sits on the bench, and we never did. And that's why that team never worked. And it's the same with Harry Kane. If he's not going to work in this system, pick someone who will work in this system or change the system. They're your two choices. And whether you enjoy watching it or not, Southgate has got a system that appears to be working. It got us to the semi-final of the World Cup, albeit never playing against anyone any good. We've just won our group without conceding a goal. And not only without conceding a goal, without ever really looking like conceding a goal. Against the World Cup finalists from that same World Cup, the team that knocked us out of that World Cup. We've now played them and never really looked like we were under any kind of pressure of conceding a goal. So we've got it nailed defensively. The reason the attack's not working is because there's one part of it that doesn't really fit into the way the rest of the team are playing. But unfortunately, he happens to be one of the best players in the world, so we have to play him. I imagine Southgate goes to bed every night dreaming that he just stubs his toe and misses the rest of the tournament. Then he doesn't have to drop him, but he also doesn't have to play him. Sancho's only had 5 minutes. It's too unfair to judge. Sancho's had a month of training every day. I'm sure Southgate isn't making the decision based on the 5 minutes he's seen him play in the Euros. He watches him train every day. It might just be that Saka's got a better attitude. Saka might follow instructions better. Saka might track back better. Who knows? But he's got his... Let's face it, he's got... Whatever his reasons are, Saka was the best player on the pitch the other night. So, to me, that gives Southgate a little bit of a... Okay, maybe he does know what he's doing. During the Lampard-Gerrard area, had we gone with 4-3-2-1... and we could play them both in the same team properly, I wouldn't have bothered. Saka's very good. Don't know why people are mad Sancho's not playing. I think the only people who are mad that Sancho's not playing are people who play a lot of FIFA, where Sancho's obviously much better than Saka. That to me is the only explanation. Sancho played rubbish in friendly, so Saka got his chance and took it. Well, didn't Ian Wright say as well that Saka's had man of the match 3 out of his 5 England appearances? So he's obviously doing something right, isn't he? Played for England 5 times, got man of the match 3 times. Sounds like that's a young man taking his opportunity. Right, this is our first ever game in Europe, boys and girls. Exciting times. We are away from home. Oh no, we are at home in the first leg against Riga. If we play that team against Germany, we're out. If we play a different team against Germany, we're definitely out. Our only chance is to play that way and hope we score and keep a clean sheet. Sancho doesn't fit the way England play. Well, there you go. That's why Saka's in. Right, are we about to score our first ever goal in Europe after 6 minutes from the penalty spot? Come along then, boys and girls. Huzzah! We did a football! We've scored a goal in Europe. Sancho would fit on the left, not the right. But he's competing with Sterling there. And again, as much as people seem to irrationally hate Raheem Sterling, isn't the statistic that isn't it something like he's scored in 17 of his last 19 England games? So forget what you see at club level. If Sterling plays well for England and scores goals for England, why would we drop him? He's the only player who's scored for us in this tournament. This is the Conference League we're playing in. Sancho is very talented, but had an incredibly disappointing season at Dortmund. There we go. Straight from the horse's mouth. We need to replace Phillips and Saka. So we need to replace the best player from the last game and the best player from the first game. Your solution to beating Germany is to replace 2 of the 3 man of the match winners from the first 3 games. It's an interesting way to pick a football team. You've played well. Get out of here. Pickford is a liability. I mean, I've seen Pickford make several good saves. Isn't he statistically rated as the second best goalkeeper in the tournament behind Donnarumma at the moment? Not just on the fact he's kept clean sheets, but on the saves that he's made as well. Pickford's been up there as one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament. He's made several important saves. Similar to the rest of the team, Pickford's never looked like conceding a goal in the entire tournament. So I think, again, people who are saying they don't like Pickford are people who are regularly watching Pickford play for Everton and don't like him, maybe? I don't know. What's your reasons for not liking him? I've watched him play 3 times in this tournament, and it looks like a very solid goalkeeper. Pickford's a liability for Everton. I actually quite like him for England. There we go. England have been incredibly lucky. Their entire half of the knockout bracket is weak, so I can see them making it all the way to the final. Have we been lucky, or is Southgate a genius when the rest of the country were all saying, let's finish second? Me included. The rest of the country were all saying, let's finish second. We've got to finish second. Southgate's like, no, we're going to win the group. And now everyone's talking about how we've got the easy half of the draw. We wouldn't have had that if we'd have finished second, would we? Pickford's distribution is woeful. Doesn't matter. The system we're playing, you can just roll it out to the defenders who are right near him. Pickford fits Southgate's system. He doesn't fit the system at Everton. Well, there you go. So we play him. How can you slag off Pickford after 3 clean sheets? I agree, to a point. I mean, if we'd have been the dominant, all-conquering team, and he'd not had to make a save, and we'd played against 3 really terrible teams, and he'd not made a save, that doesn't necessarily make him a good goalkeeper. 3 clean sheets in and of itself doesn't make a top goalkeeper, but every save he's had to make, he's made. He looks confident, he looks assured. So it's not just the clean sheets, it's the fact that he doesn't look like conceding. Anything over 10 yards, he can't find a teammate. Well, why is he passing it over 10 yards? That's not how England play. Our entire game is based around tapping it around the back 4 for most of the game. I can't imagine a situation where he should be hitting the ball long, looking for somebody. I genuinely get a little bit confused about what some England fans want. Well, I don't get confused. I know what they want. They want England to play a FIFA style 4-1-4-1 and with 4 attacking midfielders in and free flowing, constantly attacking football with overlapping wing backs. And that one they're not there to protect the defence, they're there as a deep line playmaker, pinging the balls around for the front 5 to chase. They want us to be Brazil at their best, but we're not that. We're England. We've only ever won a tournament once. We're a mid-tier international side who, because we've got a decent domestic league, which isn't exactly overflowing with English players, because we've got the richest domestic league in the world, fans confuse that with we should be winning all these international tournaments, as if they've not watched any of the international tournaments. We've got a manager who people say they don't want Southgate. Who would you have instead? There's not loads of other English manager options, are there? But Southgate has done a good job. He beats the teams that are put in front of him more often than not. I I think we've gone about the tournament really. The only criticism I've got is the Kane situation. I think everything else we're doing is spot on. Waiting for the Eddie Howe's world class brigade. Oh, don't make me get the dictionary out and explain what world class means again. Oh my word. You can't be world class if you've never competed at a world level. You can only be good at the level you've competed at. Neil Warnock. Oh my word. Oh my word. And the fact is, you don't need a world-class manager. You need a manager, you need an intelligent man. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in Southgate hearing the homework he's done, hearing how he studied how to win tournaments, and he's emulating that. He's not just doing it the way he thinks it should be done. He's looking at how it's actually done. He's looking at how Portugal won the last one. He's looking at how teams win World Cups. He's spotting patterns. He's using statistical analysis. He's using his brain. It's like there's a grown-up in charge. It might not work, but it gives us a better chance than just going gung-ho and losing to Germany next week. Looking at Greece 2004, thinking, let's be more boring. I mean, it's about winning the tournament, isn't it? If he wins the tournament, if he wins the tournament, he becomes Sir Gareth Southgate, and he goes down in history as one of the best England managers of all time. If he plays good football and gets knocked out in the round of 16 and gets sacked, he never, what's Steve McLaren doing now? England managers get judged on whether or not they're successful, not on how well their team plays. If they're winning, I promise you, if we win the Euros without conceding a goal, never scoring more than once in a match, I promise you, you'll all love it. And give it a few months and you'd have forgotten how rubbish it was to watch. You'll just all be drunkenly singing It's Coming Home at the top of your voice, slinging your beer and your pints of wee up in the air and yelling nonsense. Kev is Southgate in disguise. I mean, I identify a lot with him because he seems like my kind of guy. He's not a meathead football man. He's an intelligent chap with a nice beard who uses his brain to outsmart everybody else. You see me do it time and time again in the Streamer Showdown. Let's see if he can do it in the Euros. And Steven Gerrard for the future is not a bad shout. Like Scotty says, he needs to get a big job first to make sure he can handle it at the top level. But get him into a top half Premier League club for a few years, and if he carries on overachieving, then yeah, he might be next on the conveyor belt in 4 years' time or 3 years' time or whenever it is. But not now. Gerrard will be next Liverpool manager. Yeah, maybe. I would suggest for Liverpool, they probably don't want to rush him and get themselves into a Frank Lampard situation where he has one season where he looks like he's done all right somewhere else, and they're like, quick, get him in, and then they have to sack him. So I don't think Liverpool fans will take sacking Gerrard as relatively comfortably as Chelsea fans took sacking Lampard. Ant Ball, thank you very much for the sub. I think England fans just like to complain. Even if we'd won all our games comfortably, we'd find something to moan about. Oh yeah, undoubtedly. Ultimately, Southgate's gone into these Euros with a plan. At the moment, the plan has worked to the letter. I imagine he even budgeted for 7 points. Probably thought the draw would be against Croatia and we'd beat Scotland. But I imagine he's gone into this thinking, we'll win the group with 7 points. We'll try not to concede any goals. We'll play very defensively. We'll hit teams on the break. I imagine his plan was we'll score from set pieces. We'll defend well and hit them with set pieces, and that hasn't happened yet. That's still to come, hopefully. So it's a big reason to have Maguire back in the team, I think, for that threat from the set pieces. But yeah, I would suggest the Euros is going completely to plan so far. I find it crazy seeing managers now that I watched as a kid playing. I imagine there's players, I imagine there's people I saw play who've now retired as managers. I'm trying to think of any good examples. But some of the old men managers now. I don't know. People like Glenn Hoddle, Gary Lineker, these men are in their 60s. I remember watching them play. Edgemark, thank you for 12 months. Lovely stuff. I'm a Chelsea fan. I didn't take the Lampard sacking well. He had a plan, a long-term plan, and because most of the Chelsea higher-ups and fans are trophy horny, no patience. It's sad. Ferguson didn't become the greatest manager of all time within a season. But then I guess Chelsea feel like it's vindicated because they then went and won the Champions League. So they'd probably argue, yeah, we were right. How old is Sheringham now? It wouldn't surprise me if Sheringham was still playing. Didn't Fergie lose his first 3 games, one against Oxford? Don't know. Sheringham's 55. Goodness me. What an old man. Ah. I found a place for him in 26. What, Sheringham? He retired 6 months ago. Tell me that's true. I really want that to be true. Oh, by the way, I haven't gloated about how well I'm doing in the Euros fantasy football. I feel like gloating is in order. Those of you who are in my league will see that I'm currently 26th in the league out of like 250-ish people, I think. Which, for all of you who reckon you know more about football than I do, in your face. Oh. Have I managed to avoid the illness in my house? I have so far, yeah. I am kind of isolating myself away from those two. It's probably not the most supportive thing I could do. I'm spending pretty much all my time in here. We're not even eating our meals at the same time. Like today, I cooked dinner, ate my dinner, and then came downstairs and Anna went up to eat her dinner. So we're not really being in the same place very much. If you gloat, can I get commiseration for my awful choices? I'll save my gloating for after the final. Barbados has been added to the green list. Has it really? How much is a holiday to Barbados? Probably a lot more now than it was 24 hours ago. It's probably just become the most expensive holiday destination in the world. If it wasn't already, it probably was already close up there. But I imagine flights to Barbados have just sold out immediately. Bermuda too. Jamie Curitan's 45 and still playing. Nice. Southgate's intensively working on set pieces, apparently. Good, I should hope so. And I genuinely think we'd be more of a threat with Maguire in there. Madeira as well, if you want to go to Cristiano's homeland. I don't know what or where a Madeira is. I thought that was a cake. What, Spain's been added to the green list as well? Are you serious? I'm finding that very hard to believe. I feel like Scotty would have led with that. Not Spain mainland, the Balearics. What's that? Mallorca. So Ibiza's on the green list. My word. The entire cast of The Only Way is Essex have just headed for the airport. I mean, I genuinely can't imagine a worse place to be than Ibiza now. Or like in 3 days' time when everyone arrives. Just for as a party, Malta added as well. I need to see this green list. I think I might be about to book a holiday. There's nice parts of Mallorca, aren't there? I think I've been to Mallorca as an adult. Have I been to Mallorca? I feel like the last time I went on a plane, I think I went to Mallorca. Fully jabbed folks don't have to isolate for amber countries. Problem is Andy's not had a jab, so I don't know what the situation is there. He turns 17 next month and he's not had a jab, so will he be able to go at all? Not only is he not had a jab, but he won't do a test either. Kins, thank you very much for the sub. Surely you have to pronounce it the English way, Majorca. I hate English people. Oh dear. Tenerife is better. Is Tenerife an option? Is that on the green list? Well, if it isn't my new favourite YouTuber streaming. Welcome. New to Football Manager, and apparently awful at it since I lose around 70% of my matches. We've all been there. Just you're probably managing the wrong club. Just blame it on that. That's the best way. Right, we have the second leg of the Riga game now, boys and girls. Surely there's compassionate circumstances for Andy. I don't really want to have to argue about that at a Spanish airport, to be honest. Maybe we'll just have to leave Andy here and me and Anna can go on holiday. I mean, from our government. Yeah, but that doesn't mean their government will accept it, surely. I can't imagine anyone's going to let anyone in without a vaccine or a test, surely. And he'll have neither. So it's not about getting him back into the UK afterwards. It's about getting him out of the UK in the first place. I just can't imagine it's going to be possible for a long time. We just need all of the restrictions to go away and then we'll be fine. So we're probably, realistically, I mean, we can't go on holiday anyway. We were talking about this. I can't remember if I was talking about it on the YouTube stream I did yesterday. Or it might have just been a conversation I was having with Anna. But because of Dave, we can't go on holiday anyway. Because we haven't been able to get him in a vet since we moved here, so he's not had his vaccines, so we can't put him in dog kennels. He's on a waiting list for a vet here, but it's going to be at least a month before he can get those vaccines. And because he's not had them when he was supposed to have them, they've said he'll have to restart. So it'll be then a month's process, like 4 to 6 weeks before he's fully vaccinated to stuff like kennel cough, so he can go into kennels. So realistically, it's probably going to be September before Dave can even go to kennels. So a summer holiday for us, even in the UK, is probably off the table, which is a bit frustrating. Andy qualifies for the vaccine. He's been offered it, but it's all well and good offering him going to a drive-through with someone who has no idea how to deal with Andy, but that ain't going to work. So at the moment, we're trying to negotiate through his social worker and our local health centre to hopefully have someone come into the house and deliver it to him, like an autism specialist. The only time I've ever seen a needle go into his skin, blood ended up on the ceiling. So it's going to be a challenge. And getting a second dose into him, you might sneak the first dose in, but you ain't getting that second dose in because he'll remember. Caravan parks accept pets. I mean, without wanting to sound like the snobbiest snob in the history of the world, I think I'd rather just stay at home. The idea of a caravan park doesn't appeal. The idea of taking Dave on holiday with us doesn't really appeal, because we either then are restricted to taking him out with us when we go out places, which really restricts where we can go when we're out, or leaving him in a caravan, which he'll wreck because he won't want to be there. So it's not even the snobbiness of it. It's more of the, taking him there is all well and good, but then what happens when we're there, when we want to have a day at the beach without him? We're just leaving him in a strange place that's going to be destroyed when we get back to it. Is it completely unethical to inject it when he's asleep? Probably, but that doesn't necessarily mean anyone would be against doing it. It's more a case of he sleeps between 10:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. in his own bed in his own house. So how do we get someone out to administer that during those hours? I don't think they'll just give us a vial of it and say stick it in his arm. So it's getting someone to come out and administer it at those times. Could you not give Dave to Amy and Lucy to look after? I could. Whether their mum would be on board with that, I don't know. What about centre parks? Have you tried booking centre parks? They are full until like this time next year. My parents said we're going on holiday to a caravan park I'd call Childline, to quote the in-betweeners. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in all seriousness, I'd rather just stay at home. Because we can stay at home and we can have days out. I mean, we've already done a few nice days out. Days out are doable. Could they do it at school? They could, except, well, theoretically, yes. We've asked and the school aren't doing them until September. So it'd be a case of waiting until September anyway. And the big issue with doing it at school is it might then be a reason for him to refuse to go to school the next day. If he goes in and has this really traumatic experience, we don't want him to associate school with being a place he doesn't want to go to. So I'd have real concerns about doing it at school. What's happened in Europe? We're playing in Europe right now. We're 2-1 up away from home against Riga, 5-2 up on aggregate. So it looks like we're making it through to the next qualifying round. I mean, imagine if we could make it to the group stages of the Conference League. The money would set us up for seasons. Guess you could try and get him to sleep in the car, but I don't know whether that's easy. What, Andy? Yeah, he's not sleeping unless he's in his bed. He doesn't sleep he doesn't sleep in the car to the point where when we went to Disneyland a few years ago and we left the hotel in Folkestone at like 4:30 a.m. with the idea being that I'd drive and they'd all sleep. It was me and Andy who were awake. He can't sleep sitting up. Yeah, the last time we went to Centre Parks, it was a sponsored trip. They're not doing them at the moment, though. I've spoken to them. And there you go. We've qualified for the next qualifying round. We also made a bunch of money doing it. That's taken us from in the red to well in the black. 80 grand. And now we play against one of the Apollons. Not our Apollon, but Apollon Limassol off of Cyprus. They're a 3-star reputation team. We are a 2-star reputation team. Be very interesting to see how we compare to Apollon Limassol. But the European tour continues soon as well. Goodness me, we're playing in that soon. Some of the best holidays I've had is at holiday parks, but I don't understand. I don't really know what a holiday park is. Is that what Centre Parks is? The Curious Orange, thank you for 6 months. Have I been to Cyprus? I have not been to Cyprus. I'm not very well travelled. Countries Kev has been to: England, France, Spain, Greece, Belgium. That's it. I think those 5. I've never even been to Wales, never mind Cyprus. No, never been to Scotland. Never been further north than Leeds. Are we now going to do the thing where everyone says, but how about... No, seriously, I've been to those 5 places. If I didn't list it as those 5 places, then no, I haven't been there. If you've been to Chester away, you've been to us. I haven't been to Chester away. It's really warm in Cyprus in the summer. I imagine it is. What about the south of England? I've been to Cornwall. I've been south. My theory is, it doesn't matter how south in England you go, I can still understand what everyone is saying. Once I got as far north as Leeds, it was a bit, what? What are you saying? And I worry if I go any further. What are you talking about? Stop putting gravy on everything. And what are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. No, I don't want gravy in my tea. Not even London. Well, London's not a different country, is it? I was listing countries I've been to. I said England. Go to Newcastle and wonder why everyone has their top off. We were almost going to go to Newcastle. We had a hotel in Newcastle booked a few years ago, but then we cancelled it and went to Bournemouth instead. Manchester people are easy to understand. I've been to Manchester. That's not further north than Leeds, is it? I feel like there's like a line. I need to look at a map of England. I've been to Blackpool. I've been to Manchester. I've been to Liverpool. But I feel like Leeds is more north than any of them. But I could be wrong. Map of UK. Why am I not just going to Google Maps? Right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so I've been to Leeds. Yeah, it's slightly further north than Blackpool. So I've been to Leeds, I've been to Blackpool, I've been to Hull. I've never been to York. No, I've not done Morecambe. Trying to see if there's anywhere else I might have been to. I've been to Skipton. So Skipton is the furthest north I've been to. I used to work for estate agents called Connells, or I think are a national chain, and they were owned by the Skipton Building Society, and I had to go to head office. So I've been to Skipton. So I guess Skipton is the furthest north I've ever been. And I went there once, and I only went to the Skipton Building Society head office. So I don't know anything else about Skipton. Yeah, Skipton is the furthest north I've ever been. What a life I've led. What a life. Why is my game not showing anymore? There it is. There it is. M62 is the line. Well, yeah, I've driven along the M62 from Leeds to Manchester. That's the one, isn't it? Have you tried speaking to people in the Black Country? Yes. Harrogate. Harrogate is in Leeds, as I've said before. I've never been there. I've been to Leeds, so I've effectively been to Harrogate. What other countries have I been to again? So in addition to England, I've done Spain, France, Belgium, Greece. And because I'm English, when I say Spain, obviously I've been to Mallorca, Ibiza, Tenerife. I've done all the Spains. And when I say I've never been on the Greek mainland, I've been to Zante. Because I'm a proper English cliche. We can let him go. I've been to Benidorm. Absolutely, I've been to Benidorm. Zante is mainland. Not that one. There's Zakynthos, I think, is the official Greek name for it, isn't it? But in the English travel brochures, it's always called Zante. I don't know if it's a translation or something, or a town there. I think the island is Zakynthos. Yeah, I went to Benidorm as a kid, Ibiza as a kid, Mallorca as a kid. My parents are proper classy like that. Yeah, Zakynthos is where I've been to. And I promise you, in English travel holiday brochure things, it's called Zante. Z-A-N-T-E. Where's my dream holiday other than America? Tokyo. I want to go and use the vending machines in Tokyo. Anna doesn't get it, but I would fly to Tokyo just to play with the vending machines for a couple of days. I would love it. That's all I'd want to do. Just the vending machines. I want to get all sorts of, anything, all my meals from the vending machines. You can go to vending machines and get bees. I want to go to a vending machine and get some bees. It's going to be amazing. The only places I've been in 13 years of life are Ireland, France, live in England, Scotland and Wales. There you go. Like Barcelona, as you get both the city and the beach life. I remember as a kid going to Barcelona. It was when Gary Lineker was playing for Barcelona. So when would that have been? But I remember going around all the cheap touristy shops in Barcelona, where you'd buy all the knockoff Barcelona shirts. And they had knockoff Gary Lineker Barcelona shirts. And he kept trying to persuade me to get one, and I didn't want one. I just refused to have a Gary Lineker Barcelona shirt. And I don't know why, but he always tells me the story of the amount of Barcelona shirts I tried to get you just wouldn't have one. Apparently, I was very set in my ways that I didn't want a Barcelona shirt as a kid. Tokyo's amazing. Bullet train's crazy fast. Didn't make it into the Disney, which looks great. Yeah, see, going to Disney, using the vending machines, sorted. The only experience I have of Spain is nearly drowning in the sea on a rugby tour. Nice. I think we're having one of those seasons where, because we're in Europe, we're going to mess up the league. Who wants a Barcelona shirt when you've got a Peterborough one? Exactly. Who is this Gary Lineker you speak of? Far more interested in Tony Adcock. Don't ask Isaac. He didn't know who was either. Exactly. Ever planned to come to Ireland? I'd need a reason to go. We did have a plan a little while ago that we'd probably fly to Dublin to get Andy used to flying, but I think we've abandoned that plan now, and we're running out of time to take him on a plane. So we'll probably just throw him on a flight to Florida and see what happens and not practice beforehand. Because nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong if we do that. But apparently there's a Premier Inn at Dublin Airport. So we can go and stay in a Premier Inn. I doubt we'd even leave the airport. We'd probably fly into the airport, go to the Premier Inn, stay there for a night and fly home again. It would just be about getting Andy on a plane. Always arrange for Zealand to welcome me just to make it worse. Look, they've got Disneyland there. That's all I need. Disneyland, and hopefully AEW will still be in town. They won't be. They'll be touring by then. I imagine they won't go back to Florida for years. They've done so many shows there. Go and catch some NXT. Anna will love that. We're going to America so I can watch the wrestling. Should be fully on board, I am sure. Premier Inn at Newcastle Airport. Yeah, but we're not going to fly to Newcastle, are we? Go to France or Belgium on a plane. Somewhere Andy will enjoy. No. Would Andy understand that he can't use the internet on a flight? Yeah. He knows he can't use the internet in a car as well. Or on a train. He's not stupid. Do you like water parks? Yes. Right, we've just signed a new defender. Hooray! When I say we, I mean my director of football. This seems to be turning into a director of football save. My director of football is just brilliant. He keeps bringing in really high quality players. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to argue with it. But there he is. He's at it again. He's at it again. You go, director of football. You go and get me these players that we're paying £100 a week to play in Europe. I don't think we're going to get him in time to play in the Conference League. But he doesn't need to know that. We're off to Cyprus. Off to sunny Cyprus. Right, this guy's unhappy that he won't be playing anymore. Well, you weren't playing before. So what's your problem, you numbskull? Oh, another player. All the players. I mean, what is going on? I look back at the Chivas save and wonder why my director of football there couldn't do this. We've just got constant players flowing into the club. It's absurd. I genuinely don't need to be worrying about bringing in my own players at the moment because my director of football just keeps bringing in players that are better than the ones I have. 5 players again in that window. It's ridiculous. I think Virgin Atlantic has internet and great films on in-flight entertainment. I can't imagine we'd need much in the way of in-flight entertainment, the amount of tech we have. Switches and iPads and things. I think we'd be set for in-flight entertainment. Yeah, my director of football is set up thusly. It's not even my director of football. It's my chairman. I've got a director of football. I'm not going to change it. I've got a director of football, but it's my chairman who's going out and buying all these players. My chairman's a lunatic. This guy, Arthur Savchuk. Right, 4th qualifying round draw. Draw them all. So if we get past Apollo and Limassol, it's Ludogorets or Speranta Nisperini. Even if we get past Apollon, I don't think we're going to get past Ludogorets, are we? I don't think we're making it into the groups. It would be quite the achievement if we did. He might as well sack you and take over. Don't give him ideas. Been to Florida quite a few times and loved it. If when you go, make sure you go to Busch Gardens in Tampa. They have great giraffes that you can hand feed and take selfies with. It's only an hourish drive from Disney. I'm there. Oh, you had me at giraffes, which I realised was the point of what you were saying. You had me at giraffes. Very excited. So this guy's offended. I don't care. I'm just going to dismiss him. There you go. You're dismissed. Get out of here. I would like it on record that a great way to mark yourself out as a wang is to turn up in a stream, say hello, and then within, what, 3 messages, get in a huff that I didn't immediately reply. Grow up. Not gonna reply now. I can't reply to every message that comes through. There's lots of people here. Yeah, play through your injury. He's got a facial laceration. He's cut himself shaving and needs a week off. Yikes. Do you think the removal of away goals in the Champions League will make FM better or worse? I think it'll make it more exciting. I mean, you've all heard me go into away legs in Europe. You get the away leg first. The goal is just grab a goal and it doesn't matter if you lose. A 2-1 is fine because of the away goals rule. Whereas now the onus is on you to not lose that match. Or even go and win that match.
A whole year of Kev. Blimey.
The Orange Gorilla, 12 months. Wonderful stuff. As we were talking about earlier, there's no away goals in the Streamer Showdown, and I think it makes it exciting. And, you know, teams will adapt over the next 10 or 15 years, and then they'll bring it back again. Definitely agree it'll make real life better. Wasn't sure about FM. Yeah, I'll enjoy it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Love the content as always.
Dexterous Wombat, thank you for the 4 months. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Don't get that close to the mic and make that noise, Kev. It sounds horrible. Beautiful. Beautiful. All those plosives. Come on now, Kev. Don't plosive people's heads off. Playing non-league legend in the USA has made me hate the North American Champions League. I've already come to a decision when it comes to Born in the USA that the goal is just to win the domestic league. I don't care about the North American Champions League or the Club World Cup. I think it's going to be hard enough to get to the top division and then win that. That'll be it. That'll be the end of the save. We win the US Premier League and we're done. That's the goal. Be like golden goal teams will adapt and then they'll change it back. Yeah, exactly. Didn't they say in the announcement that the away goal rule was originally brought in as a response to teams not having any incentive to score goals away from home, so they'd just go in the away leg, put 11 men behind the ball and it would be boring, so they gave them an incentive to go and grab a goal. But over the years, the tactics have adapted to the away goal leading to boring nonsense going on. So it just has to adapt back the other way again. Managing my first European final right now. Middlesbrough in the Europa. My winger just nutmegged the keeper for the first goal. Lovely. We've just gone 1-0 down against Apollon. It is nice seeing an Apollon in the team again like that, even if it's the wrong one. Goodness me, do I miss Apollon. One day we'll go back. We'll probably never go back. Especially now I've got to fit a Sivaspor save in at some point. Because you can guarantee Harrison Davis is going to buy that club while he's there. Peterborough are playing Plymouth in the first round of the Carling Cup. Is it the Carling Cup again? Nice. Plymouth, eh? Interesting. Home or away in the first round of the Milk Cup? The Rumbelows Cup. We're at home, are we? Excellent. We can go and win that this year. Rumbelows Cup winners. So the Johnson's Paint Trophy. That's a different tournament. Oh, we've got an away goal. Away goal's the greatest thing in the universe. Talking of the Johnson's Paint Trophy, I realised today, playing some of the in-betweeny bits, home under 23s have won that 2 years in a row. Our under 23s are dominating the Johnson's Paint Trophy. And I think it's the only trophy the club has ever won in its history. 2 times Johnson's Paint Trophy winners. Makes me feel real good. And what's more, they won it with a team of people I'd never heard of. So it's not like all my Brazilian wonder kids are playing for the under 23s in it. It's a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds from our own academy have won it 2 years in a row. The future at home is very bright. Kev loves a good away goal. Really does make football more exciting. And it would be ludicrous to remove it. I agree. Mine have won it 11 times out of 12 on my save. How far into the save are you? My word. Doesn't matter that we've conceded that because we've still got the all-important away goal. Has the Born UK badge been sorted, or is it a very back burner job? Very, very, very back burner. To the point where I'm probably never going to even try. So I don't really understand why it's a problem. Because in the home save, when I play friendlies against Born, they have the right badge. So it's definitely set up right. I can only assume somehow in the Born in the USA save, Born have got a different club ID number, but I don't see how they can because they're an original club in the database. They're not a creator club. So they should theoretically have the same club ID number. And certainly before I switched computers, I just copied all the files over and it worked fine on the other computer. So I don't really understand how it's corrupted like that. Come on, boys, let's grab another away goal. Away goals are the best thing about European football. It wouldn't be the same without them. Not for the last time you played them with home. I'm sure when I played them with home, they had the right badge. I mean, I guess we could look for them in this database. They should be in there. They should be searchable. Just realised I'm wearing my Born kit today. What a stylish person you are. Captain Obvious!
3 months. Do I now get a contract
You
extension?
do. 3 months. Wonderful stuff. I need to put my hand cream on, boys and girls. Just excuse me for a moment while I cream myself up. I've got terrible dry skin on my hands. I had the most manly parcel arrive from Amazon the other day. I got hand cream, a sewing kit, and some face powder. I felt like such a man. I should have put my powder on, actually. My face is all shiny in the cameras again. Oh. Yeah, I've never felt so masculine as when I got that box with those things in. Oh, there you go. Officially creamed up. Slipping off the mouse now. Ah, my fingers are all slippery. Well, I needed a sewing kit because Dave savaged Gary, so I need to fix Gary. Gary's got a hole in him and had half of his stuffing pulled out. So that needed doing. Oh, what a finish. There's another away goal for us. And the powder, Anna got fed up of me stealing hers. So I've now got my powder and my brush. So I can just take some of that shine off my head. Oh, there you go. Just eliminate a bit of that shine. Beautiful. See? Not as shiny now. Now people don't just think I'm a sweaty Herbert. It's the studio lights. Makeup tips with Kev. I know. Am I turning into a woman? No, but I am in front of cameras and studio lights all day. The amount of comments I get from people telling me how I'm sweaty. It's not that I'm sweaty. I'm not a sweaty man. But look, the difference that's made. Taking the shine off my head. All content creators need powder. Any that claim they don't use powder are lying. FM creators are supposed to be fat, sweaty messes. Well, I like to buck the trend. Well, we've just scored 3 goals away from home against Apollon. We have a good chance here. Imagine when he's bald. I ain't going bald. I'm nearly 40. And my hairline hasn't started receding. I've not started thinning at all. My dad was bald before he was 30. If I was going bald, I'd be bald by now. I ain't going bald ever. I'll go grey. It'll all be completely white within 10 years, I should think. But, yeah, I ain't going bald. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Can we have a channel point redeemed for Kev to cream up? I don't need to cream up that often, though. Once per stream is enough. Basically, whenever I notice my hands feeling a little dry, I just cream up. Da, 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 da. Oh, the European adventure. Here we go. I'm 27 and going grey, so I shave my hair really short to hide it. I don't have an issue with going grey. It's distinguished. I'm quite looking forward to having the white beard. I think the worst part is where I am now. Where, yeah, this is important enough to zoom in. Where it's mostly brown, but you've got the little white wispy bits that are in there. You can see it better on a proper close-up. I think it needs to just make its mind up and either not go grey at all or just go full on Father Christmas. I've just got to do a really loud trump, so I'm muting the microphone. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't have an issue with it, but when I get told I look like I'm in my 40s. Well, I've got loads of little grey patches in my hair that I've had since I was a teenager. It just kind of appeared overnight. So, and they've never got any worse. People always say, oh, you're going grey. You're starting to go grey. Well, they've been there more than half my life. It's not that I'm starting to go grey. I've just got these little white, weird patches in my hair. The salt never comes in as evenly as you'd like in a beard. Embrace the chaos. Because the thing is, obviously, the shorter I trim it, the less noticeable it is. The longer it gets, the more patchy it gets. But you know what? I still look damn fine. I've got my own Harrison Davies, a centre back, came through the youth system. 19 years later, he's still there. Lovely stuff. Right. Yeah, let's give the fans something to cheer for. All we care about is the fans. Oh dear. What's that I hear you say? What would be a good VPN for me to get? Glad you asked. NordVPN are a really good VPN. You can find out about them by putting !NordVPN in the chat. That'll bring you up a link that will take you through to their website where you can get a big old discount on the best VPN out there. It protects your data, it keeps you safe when you're out and about, and also allows you to hide and pretend you're somewhere else in the world. We were looking at the Steam sale earlier on in the stream. Well, using NordVPN, you can change your location to somewhere else in the world and see what's in their Steam sale. I'll level with you. I don't know if it's any different. It might be the same stuff globally, in which case it's a bad example. But Netflix is a good example. They have different content in different parts of the world, and you can watch it all using NordVPN. ! NordVPN. Go get it sorted for yourself. It's proper great. And happy birthday to them. Would you know it's their birthday? Happy birthday to NordVPN. Well, if anyone from Nord is watching, I asked for new text for that. You haven't given me any yet, so it still mentions your birthday, as it has since February. It's also Messi's birthday. Well, who knew that Messi and NordVPN share a birthday? That's amazing. The best player of all time and the best VPN of all time. It's obviously something about the 24th of June. Come on, boys and girls, let's do a football, shall we? There's no good winning in Europe and ballsing up domestically. That's looking like what we're doing. Messi only has 6 days left on his Barca contract. Well, I've still got over a month left on my NordVPN contract, so I'm good. If it's still NordVPN's birthday tomorrow, it shows a birthday with my dad. Well, I have a feeling it might be. I enjoy the YouTube vlogs, but never had a chance to watch a stream, so it's been a pleasure to be in this one. Welcome along. Messi renewed until 2023. Did he, by golly? Feels like that would be bigger news if that had happened. I share a birthday with Facebook. Facebook is a dead platform as I'm dead inside. I mean, to say Facebook is a dead platform just marks you out as a young'un. Facebook's still the biggest social network, isn't it? And judging by the contract they offered me, they've got a lot of money to throw around. So it's certainly not a dead platform. But Messi had renewed for another 10 years. My brother told me so. Well, your brother is a known good source. Bournemouth have won an FA appeal against moving divisions next season, staying in the United Counties League. Well, they had been moved to a stupid league where they were going to have to go to like Great Yarmouth and nonsense like that, weren't they? So it makes sense. Just got TikTok, the first person I follow is you. Excellent work. Although I haven't posted a TikTok for ages, so I need to figure out what to use my TikTok for. I still don't really know. I was like putting my meals and things on there, but they were getting fewer and fewer views every day. I was doing quite well in their algorithm initially, and I managed to kill it by uploading trash that people didn't want to watch. So stopped. Need to figure out what else to put on there. I might just go with full-on Dave videos. The one day video's got like 500,000 views. So I might just make it all about Dave, which is what people have always wanted. It's all about Dave. Messi renewed his NordVPN until 2023. I wish someone would have told me that moving house was going to be so stressful. I mean, I feel like I've made that point within the last year. Moving house is quite stressful. We are getting thumped here. To the point where I'm a little bit worried about the league situation. We're certainly not likely to be in Europe next year. Unless we win the whole thing. Which we probably won't do. But it's always the way in Football Manager. You get these big games on the agenda. We've got the European hangover. and the big game not going to play well issue both going on at the same time. So our domestic form is just ruined. I'm not really sure what the solution is going to be for us. The solution is we have to get into the group stages this year, make a bunch of cash so we can have 2 squads for next time we're in it, which won't be next season now, unless we win the cup again, I suppose. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Official SHD. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. We had unofficial SHD in earlier. Glad you've come to resolve that situation. With some SHD fake. Hydrate, I will. Is Villalobos still breaching lockdown rules? Right, you're not the first person I've seen do this. Why are people hyphenating Villalobos? Am I missing something here? Because people have been doing it in the comments as well, unless it's always you. Why are we hyphenating Villalobos? It's all one word. It's autocorrect, is it? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So a villa, I guess villa is a word. Is Lobos a separate word? Is that a word? Are villa and Lobos 2 different words? If so, what do they mean? Villalobos is my favourite home player. Ugh. Oh, we're apparently going to get a takeover. That'd be handy. Can I finally get the Tycoon takeover that I've never ever had? I'd love the Tycoon takeover. A Tycoon takeover and a Sun. Both in this save, please. Football Manager gods. That's what we're looking for. Lobos is a word. It's the mascot of University of New Mexico here in America. Well, there you go. Would it be handy if your chairman spots all of your players? Would be very... I mean, that's the bad thing about a takeover, I guess. We don't want to lose this chairman. I've typed out so many times now my phone knows the correct spelling. Brilliant. A lobos is a type of wolf in Southern America and Mexico. Nice. Right. This could be our final European game of the season. Or this could be the start of something special. Smorgon versus Apollon. It's the kind of conversation people will be having in years to come about what was Kev's greatest ever Football Manager save. We've got a semi-final here. It's Smorgon versus Apollon. Home are playing themselves in the other semi-final. Right. Come on, boys. Do an actual football. Villalobos Rescue Center exists in New Orleans. Perhaps it's the same guy. Perhaps he's not been out drinking at clubs. Perhaps he's been out rescuing dogs and he just gets misunderstood in the press. He gets caught out late at night doing a dog rescue. And the media are like, the paparazzi are there. Well, yeah, right, you're rescuing dogs. I believe you. You're out boozing, ain't you? No, I'm rescuing dogs. Yeah, I understand. Oh, I thought we'd given away a penalty. Ah! Stop sliding in the area. Stop giving away goals. It's all going wrong. Right, don't want to see your replay. Do want to score. We scored 3 goals against this lot at their place. We should be capable of grabbing some goals at home in front of the faithful Bears. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like it's all over. Oh, we've got to score here to get ourselves back into the tie. Let's encourage the boys. We need an Ivanov moment. have scored here. Oh, the dream is alive. And thanks to away goals, we only need one more goal and we're ahead in the tie again. Because away goals are great and I'm glad they exist. Come on. Oh, come on. Here you go. Here you go. No. I mean, this is top tier commentary right here. Do a football. Do a football. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. UEFA's getting rid of the away goal ruling for next season. Well, I had heard nothing about that and wasn't referencing it a moment ago. Come on, boys. Away goals are brilliant and they'll be here forever. And we love them. Ah. Now they've got the same number of away goals as we have. Ah. Ah. Well, now we want away goals to go away because they're probably going to score another one. Away goals are a nightmare. They should get rid of them. I want to write to UEFA and campaign for the abolition of away goals. See how much pull I really have around here. This is where you find out if I've really got the UEFA hookup or not. Come on. We just need three more goals against this team who are clearly much better than we are. That seems doable. Come on, stick it in the back of the net. Solanovic. Ah. Can't believe I don't use that one more often. The away goal rules like NordVPN's birthday. No, NordVPN's birthday is a wonderful reason for celebration and hefty VPN discounts. The away goals rule is a monster that needs dealing with. Right, I'm going to thrash my arms. There you go. They asked for it. My arms have been thrashed now. This is how you inspire a performance. Oh, that man's there thrashing. That man's thrashing his arms. We need to go and do a football in response. And here is that response where they do a football to stop my arms from thrashing. Come on! Why? That's the wrong way! Oh, dear me. Deary, deary me. Come along now, gentlemen. Stick it in the top corner. Bottom corner. Doesn't even need to be a corner. There! No, not there. The back of the net would have been good. Back of the net would have been better than good. Gooder than good. Come on, boys. 4 more goals needed. 4 more goals? Why? Why is Ivanov missing now? Come on. More. We're going attacking. More. Come on. I need my bells. We need the song. I can't play the song because then the VODs get demonetized. And Kevy's got to eat. Oh, that was a very good save. It's a very, very good save. I'm not going to berate the team. I'm not a psychopath. I don't berate anybody for anything. I'm too much of a nice guy. We're all in this together. I manage under High School Musical principles. When I berate my teams, they love it. They're just making you think that they love it so that you stop doing it. They just try to please you because they know you're an angry monster. More. I'm not going to berate them against a team who are obviously much better than we are. If we were losing like this against a team from the 3rd division, then they'd get berated. But this is like Posh losing against Manchester United. It's, well, I'm not going to be angry with them. We were supposed to lose and we're losing. That's fine. Come on. We've still got time to score another 4 goals. Solar Run, thank you for the 12 months. Best year of your life. Happy to be a part of it. Time for the diamond. It's never time for the diamond. You don't change tactics in a big game. That's called doing a Zealand, and it's the route to failure. Never change your tactics in a big game. Basically, you should change tactics as little as possible. That's the time for losers. Don't change tactics. Go down a winner. Look, we're winning this game on XG, and that's all that matters. We've got the moral victory, the XG victory. All we're going to do is just blame the goalkeeper. They've got an XG of 1.6 and have scored 5 goals. So we're just going to sack the goalkeeper and come back another year. Merkman, thank you very much for the sub. Look at Shapko playing in goal for us for the last time before I have him dealt with. Come on, boys. Let's grab another 4 or 5 goals. If it wasn't for that pesky away goals rule, I swear I'm going to get rid of it. That is now my life's purpose, to get the away goals rule abolished. Well, Europe was great. I enjoyed it. But now we have to figure out how to do well in the league. Or more importantly, we've got to win the cup again, because I think competing in the league is long gone. He says, realising that we're actually only 9 points away from Torpedo Zadino. We're not going to win the league this year. But we could still potentially finish in a qualification spot. 9 games remaining, 9 points to make up. If we win 9 games in a row, we're laughing. Look, we've got loads of money again. I mean, it's helped us out financially, our little cup run in Europe. That was better than our first year in Europe with Italy. We won a game. No one expected that from us. Bom, bom, bom. Look at the XG for that game. Yeah, we won it. We won on XG. And that's all that really matters. In the XG universe, we're into the next round of the Europa Conference League. And that's all I care about. I'm now working on having goals abolished and everything will be judged on XG. I think the worst thing about football is goals. This is what having watched 3 England games at the Euros, I've decided goals are a pointless waste of time and everything should be judged on XG. It's the way forward. At this point, I usually scout South America and make a team for the cheap Brazilian wonder kids. I mean, you ain't going to do that at this club where the average salary is £100 a week. That's not possible. Plus, we're only allowed 5 foreign players in the squad. Without goals, there'd be no need to measure XG. Well, yeah, you're trying to get XG. Forget the goals themselves. Goals brings too much of a random element in. It's all about XG. Nerdphonics Prime Day deals. I didn't buy anything off them this year, mainly because he didn't have... I got myself some little clippy things, making my robot that I got for Father's Day. I'm making a robot. I got a robot. So I needed some clippy things for that. I have a tool. That was my manly purchase, which meant I could then justify buying the powder, the brush, the sewing kit, and the hand cream. None of that was on Nerdphonics' list of things to buy, so I had to buy them without his affiliate link, and it's his own fault. He did a list of things for content creators and didn't include face powder. hand cream. Yeah, I've got hand cream for my working hands. Need a bit of hand cream. Hello. I've just been showing everyone how I apply my makeup. Anna taught me to do it. Eagles, thank you for the bits. What's wrong with my mouth anyway? I said Cyberpunk 2 hours ago. That didn't mean you had to go and play it. Did you just come in here and cough again? Are you spreading your germs? I don't want germs in here. You'll kill Jack. My cactus. Yeah, but I don't want him to die. I don't want my cactus to get COVID. Well, we find out tomorrow if you've got COVID or not. Exciting times, boys and girls. If Anna's got COVID, everyone who's watched one of my videos in the last week will have to get a test. Of course it is. It's an interaction. If Ben Chilwell managed to have to isolate after not playing against Scotland, this like have to isolate for watching my stream. It's as logical. I wish I was free the times Anna streams. Well, she hasn't streamed at all this week. She's a lightweight. Apparently being sick means she can't stream. You have been sleeping. Yeah, that's true. I've been isolating from you so I don't get COVID. I do. I tidy in here.
Have you done the recycling?
Yes.
Liar. I took out the rubbish today. Have you done the recycling?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Liar.
No one can hear you, so no one knows what you're moaning about. We need to set up an Anna mic by the door. People have suggested.
Done the recycling.
Thanks.
Even though I.
What I was looking for was for Anna to come closer to the microphone and yell. Oh dear. Yeah, we've done so many. Hold on, this is. Where is it? Someone's just said about COVID unboxing. We've done so many tests. I have got a new box of lateral flow tests that came in today. Exciting times and all that. But because we're both doing these every day at the moment, I had to get another box. So we can do a COVID unboxing. How exciting. Ooh, lateral flow tests. Oh, I've got these ones already. Rubbish. Probably shouldn't play with the medical equipment. I am fully vaccinated, yes. But Anna is sick, so... Anna is sick and Andy is sick, so... Still testing. We have a pile of them because I get them free from college. Nice. Shouldn't have such issues. I mean, you still have to test. Annika. Pardon? My bootios, yes. There's wrestlers in it, yeah. Because it looks cooler. In America, you could get that box with the cereal in. I really wanted the cereal box rather than the wrestlers. There are 3 wrestlers in it. My wrestlers all stay in their boxes. Because otherwise I'll make a big mess playing with them all. We'll have a big old Royal Rumble. Yeah, the main reason I'm testing isn't because I'm necessarily worried about getting it, although as people are saying, being vaccinated doesn't mean I won't get it. But it's mainly to see if Andy's got it, because there's no way to test him. So with Anna being sick and Andy being sick, and they've both been sick for a week now. His first day off school was Friday. And I put a vlog out on the 14th, so 10 days ago, I put out a vlog saying that Anna was sick. So she's been sick on and off for 10 days already. So because they've both been sick for quite a long time and they're both proper sick, we're just testing a lot. So Anna's finally got the proper test that she did today, which we posted off. We just basically lied. because theoretically she's still not supposed to have done a proper test, but she's been sick for so long and doesn't seem to be getting any better. We just said, yeah, she's got a fever, just to get the test, even though she hasn't. We've got a thermometer and everything, and she's not got a temperature. I have been looking at the Aubrey Edwards ring. I've got the ring that came with a Cody limited edition. I've got like 5 Cody Rhodes figures now. So I have got an AEW ring, but I quite like the idea of having a referee, and that's the only way to get the Aubrey Edwards figure, so I might get that ring. I'd be in a better position to get it if I hadn't accidentally ordered 2 lots of the same 6 wrestlers this week. I spent $300 on wrestlers by mistake when I meant to spend $150. So apparently I ordered that set back in February and then ordered them again like last week, and they both came on the same day. Anna does know about the 2 collections of the same wrestlers, yes. She doesn't like my plan of one set to keep in the box, 1 set to play with. Very upset. I'll just stick them on eBay, it'll be fine. In Austria, everybody can get a proper test at any time for free. You're only allowed the proper test here if you've got symptoms. But you can have unlimited lateral flow tests. So you just go on there and say, can I have some... You go on the website, go on there and say, can I have some lateral flow tests, please? And they send you a box of 7. And everyone's supposed to be doing 2 of them a week, I think is the advice. And therefore, if you're not sick, you do 2 tests a week, and then if you test positive on one of them, then you get the PCR test, the proper test. Here in Blackburn, we can get the test for free even without symptoms. Nice. Not the same where I am. Pharmacies can give you a lateral flow test for free as well, can they, by golly? I could have saved some postage, and I was in the pharmacy yesterday collecting Andy's prescription. You do yours down the throat. Yeah, it's throat and nose. So I think the lateral flow ones, it's 4 tickles of the tonsils and then 10 or 15 seconds up the nose, twizzling it around. It's a really unpleasant experience. But at least I know, I find out every day, oh look, I still don't have COVID, which is nice. We've got a lot of injuries and things going on. Boom, 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 boom. I had no idea there are places in the world in which tests aren't free. I think there's a lot of places where tests aren't free, I think. I mean, I know there was a lot of fuss when they were talking about reopening the borders, about people having to spend hundreds of pounds on tests. And I'm thinking, well, can't I just take a box like this with me? These take 30 minutes. Can't I just sit at the airport and do one of these and say, there you go, it's fine? But I guess not. Makes me question how effective they actually are. I wouldn't have any objections to sticking a box of them in my suitcase. Other than the obvious, can't do that to Andy. America don't do free tests. Do they even acknowledge it exists anymore in America? I thought America had just decided to go down the route of, yeah, COVID's finished. Everything open up again. COVID's done. We're fine. Depends on where you live. Okay. Fleming's America doesn't do free tests. Mine does. Interesting. What, so it depends where you are, whether you get free tests or not? I was told by a doctor they don't work if you have symptoms. What, the lateral flow? Okay. Well, I guess it's just as well that... Well, I guess it depends what you mean by symptoms. Like the published COVID symptoms. Because to get the PCR test, you have the 3 published symptoms. You have to have loss of taste and smell, a new cough, or a fever. So Anna's got none of them. So she doesn't have the symptoms she needs to get a PCR test. But she is sick. She's just got a cold. I'm sure she's just got a cold. Lateral flow is designed for non-symptoms. Well, I have no symptoms, so I'm comfortable still doing it. What do you think to England's performance on Tuesday? Job done. Perfect. Thought we played really well first half and then shut it down. It was a textbook example of tournament football. Wouldn't change anything about it. But it was a very mature England performance, which is a rarity. How do I rate our chances against Germany? If we play that well, then we've got a chance. Kane should have scored. Kane should have squared it to Sterling. That'll be what's on his gravestone in years to come. Should have squared it to Sterling 13 times. Or however many it ends up being by the end of his career. They'll be buried adjacent to each other. Czech Republic feel like they've been FM'd. I would say that would be surprising if they did. They never looked like any kind of threat. I haven't seen the XG scores for the match, but we hit the post. Kane had an absolute sitter. Surely our XG was ahead of theirs. I think we certainly looked like the team that deserved the win. We let them have more of the ball in the second half, but they were never really threatening our goal. I don't think we've looked like conceding a goal all tournament, which is awesome. Saka and Grealish did have a good impact. Certainly would be looking for Saka to stay in the team for the Germany game. Grealish, I don't see how you fit in if Mount's back. I don't think you put Grealish in ahead of Mount. There you go, there's the XG. So we thrashed them. Oh, yeah, Italy have been the best team so far. Italy have been the best, most consistent team. France look like a threat. Everyone else, I think Italy and France are the two that are obviously better than England. Everyone else, I think we could probably beat on our day if it goes well. Drop Mount, he's the OG. Will, have you got a TV in your house? If so, next time England are playing, just stick it on and watch it. And then you'll see that Mount is one of our best players. Do, 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 do. Mount's corner taking was awful. Well, luckily, that's not what I judge a player's performance on. You can get someone else taking the corners. I guess it's difficult to be really effective from corners when the main person you'd normally be aiming for is not on the pitch. But Maguire's in the team now. You're a man that loves stats and facts and figures. Compare him and Grealish, then come back to me. I mean, I've seen them both play. Grealish is more exciting. Mount's more effective. Yeah, they're doing different roles. They play in different positions. Agreed. If you're judging, don't try and judge Mount based on chances he's creating or free kicks he's winning, because that's not what he's there to do. He's playing in midfield. Grealish, when he was actually effective, was playing on the left wing with Sterling in the middle, where Sterling looked much more of a threat. Torquay goalkeeper scored a header. He's clearly been watching Kevy 6 times. Nice. It would be Mount or Grealish, so you have to put them 1v1. Well, no, you don't, because we play different systems. I mean, I think it's obvious to anyone who's watched the first 3 games that you play Mount ahead of Grealish against Germany. I think you're picking between 2 out of the 3 of Sterling, Saka and Grealish. I think Mount plays regardless if he's available. Whether or not he's available is a different thing. I think if he's not available, maybe you play Foden in there doing that role. I certainly don't think you play Foden and Mount together again, or I wouldn't. If we get knocked out of the cup here, this season has been a disaster, because we'll have no Europe next year, and that is official disastrous. Final will be Italy, Germany, and we're going to beat them. Oh, so you're Italian. Okay. I was going to say, I'm thinking England. No, I guess you're Italian. I think based on the group stage, Italy would be deserving winners of the tournament. I've maxed out on Italian players in my fantasy team. I've even got Immobile as captain for the round of 16 at the moment. That might change. You don't win the trophy in the group stage, but you can lose it. Agreed. Streamer Showdown rules. Italy look like the best team so far. I think it'll be an Italy-France final. It can't be an Italy-France final, can it? They're on the same side of the draw. I have Depay as captain. I've got Depay in the team, but assuming you can move captain from match day to match day again, which I haven't checked, which is why I say I might move away from Immobile. But don't Italy play Saturday, Netherlands Sunday? And then Ronaldo's my third striker, and I think they play Monday. So my theory is if you can move captain again, then I'll start with Immobile. If he doesn't score, move it to Depay and then move it to Ronaldo. Actually, I must have Lukaku in there still. Who have I got as my front 3 now? So I can't imagine I'd take Lukaku out unless I couldn't afford him. Maybe I took Lukaku out. Maybe I didn't put Depay in after all. I was looking at Depay. Maybe I didn't put him in. I'm now trying to find the app so I can see what I've done with my front 3 today. Ronaldo, Immobile, Lukaku is my front 3 at the moment. Oh dear, we're not winning. That's what yeah, if you can't move the captain anymore, that's what I need to check. If you can't move the captain anymore, And I'd probably put it on Lukaku. But at the moment, it's sat with Immobile because they play first, and I need to check the rules. And when I say I need to check the rules, I mean one of you lot needs to check the rules for me and explain it to me, like we did the first time. I think I'm going to be doing Premier League fantasy football again this year. Those of you who are enjoying the fantasy football stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Now I'm going to be all in on the Premier League next year. Now I've got my football watching telly in here. I'm not going to miss a match. I've got my Sky Sports and my BT Sport ready to go. Got my TV in here. I'm going to be football man. Wijnaldum, I think I moved Wijnaldum into my... Yeah, I've got Wijnaldum in my midfield now. My midfield three is Wijnaldum, De Bruyne, Locatelli at the moment. Because Locatelli is cheap. But I need to... Lupo, you said you're Italian. Is Locatelli actually going to be playing? Because they brought him in when they rotated, didn't they? So is Locatelli likely to start? I think he's only like 5 million. Which is why I've got him in there at the moment. But if Locatelli's not going to play, I probably need to bin him off and then lose one of De Bruyne or Wijnaldum because they're both mega expensive. And like average out the midfield spending a little bit more. I have used my Limitless. Locatelli as class has to be a start. Well, he didn't start the first game, did he? But then he came in and scored twice. Went to see Fast and Furious 9 today. Was told John Cena was in it, but didn't see him once. Lovely stuff. There you go. Alupo says he doesn't think Locatelli's starting. So I might have to rethink my midfield, which probably means I'm losing De Bruyne. I don't think I can afford De Bruyne without someone cheap like Locatelli alongside him. I could take Locatelli out and put Kante in, but there's no point in having Kante in there. Because he's not going to do any, not going to get any points, is he? How much does it cost to watch the Prem in the UK? I don't know, however much Sky and BT combined is. I haven't even looked. For Sky Sports and BT Sport combined, I guess it's like £40 a month. Is it? There you go. Scotty says about £50 a month. Just leave him. You never know. He might do something. Yeah, but if he's not going to play, I could potentially bench him. He's probably just cheap enough for me to bench him. So I've got Marcus Llorente on the bench. So he's 5 million. Locatelli's 5.7. If I lose De Bruyne, I could bench Locatelli and then pick someone slightly cheaper than De Bruyne, because De Bruyne is 10.6 million. So I could potentially bench Locatelli. Although Italy play first, so benching him is a bit pointless, isn't it? There's no point in Kante because he's not going to get any points. That's why Kante's so cheap. Right, we have got through to the next round of the Cup, albeit on penalties. We've gone the hard way. He's tired. Send him on holiday. Go and have a holiday. Go and have 2 weeks. We've only just got back from Cyprus and you want another holiday? You rascal. $40 a month's insane. In the US, you get all the games for $5 a month. You can't buy the games separately here, though. You get the sports channels as part of your TV package. I've got Sterling, Locatelli, and Wijnaldum. How much is Sterling? Sterling's not a bad shout. 5 million. 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 5 million because he's always good for a goal. So Sterling in for De Bruyne, maybe. Bench Locatelli. And then find someone in the £6 million range to go into the team. Maybe. Yeah, there's no Streamer Showdown this week. The Euros is the reason there's no Streamer Showdown this month. Because people are watching the Euros. Right, quarter-final, which I think will take place next season because Belarus is mad. And we're going to play Bate or Belshina, so it'll be Bate. So we've got to go the hard way through the cup. We've got to take out Bate. So that will be next season now. I had Phillips in, and then I've taken him out again today. Because you get unlimited transfers before the knockouts, don't you? So I think I made 9 changes this morning. So Phillips came out. But if Sterling's 9.6, that's 1.1 cheaper than De Bruyne. I could take out De Bruyne, put Sterling in, bench Locatelli, and then just find someone else around the 6 million mark who's likely to start. Watch some newspaper and from what I understand, Locatelli won't say it. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, take him back. End the loan early. See if I care. So in America, it's only $5 to watch all the Premier League. But how much would it be to watch all the sports? Because that's what you're getting for your 40 or 50 here. You're getting all the sports. No, it's not. Who said 5? Someone said 5 before, I think. Amazon have 2 rounds of games each year, including with Prime, and I have Prime as well. Yeah, so for our 40 to 50 pounds a month, that gets us all of the sport. So if you want to watch cricket or egg chasing or anything like that as well, it's all on there. I think the only thing you have to pay extra for is driving around. Or for all I know, that might be included these days. Don't forget lacrosse. I will never forget lacrosse. As far as I'm aware, they still show fishing on a Saturday morning before Soccer AM as well. Certainly used to back when I watched Soccer AM. If you turned the telly on too early before Soccer AM, you'd have to watch fishing for a little bit. Do they show Ultimate Frisbee in the UK? No idea. Sadly, they don't show WWE. Yeah, but WWE's on BT Sport, which is fine. They do a better job of it on BT Sport because they do an edited version. You can get the 1 hour edit of Raw, which is much better than the 3 hour nonsense they put out live. Lacrosse is just legalized violence. The only thing I know about lacrosse is that the guy in American Pie played it. I don't even know what it is. Does BT edit the bad WWE shaky cam? Unfortunately not. For my £30 a month Sky Sports streaming, I get all the Sky Sports channels, including F1, I think. I don't watch it. Yeah, whatever the maximum Sky package is, that's the one I've got. I don't know specifically what I get as part of that. And then I've got BT Sport on top of it, which I literally got to watch wrestling. But now I'm a football fan. I can watch the Champions League on it. £5 from NBC Peacock gets you some games. The rest are TV based. I pay $65 for YouTube TV. Other channels like NBA included, but generally you get Sling for $35 as the cheapest option, for $40 for a. It's vaguely similarly priced, and that gets you all sports, does it? Or is that just for football? football. Yeah, I've got the WWE Network and New Japan World and Netflix and Amazon Prime, and basically if there's a way to consume content, I probably have it. YouTube Premium, Spotify. Kev likes to pay for his content. YouTube TV plus NBC Peacock will get the majority. Nice. I mean, I watch a bit of New Japan here and there. I haven't watched a lot of it lately because it's not been very good lately. But when it's good, it's very good. Watched you for months, never knew you were that into wrestling. I mean, if you had a different view of my office, you'd see all my AEW figures everywhere. Yeah, like I like my wrestling. I pay for the AEW Fight TV thing as well. Where's Stone Cold? He's behind me. You can't see him. Stone Cold's behind me. He guards the door. So when Anna comes in and sticks her head around the door, she's basically above Stone Cold's head. Why have you started watching the Prem? Thought you hated it. Because I figured my job is making football-based content. I should probably start watching some football. So, gonna watch Premier League. Give it a year. See how I feel. Take my feelings apart. Take my feelings away from it. And just try and enjoy it. And then I can join in on all these football conversations with you all. But you need a pedestal for Stone Cold. I need a bigger office. This place is tiny. If you want to get into professional ultimate frisbee, I can stop you there. I don't. Thanks. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? That's the problem with Arsenal. Always try. Yeah, all that. Did I pick a Prem team yet? I think I have. And no one's going to like it because it's not the one everyone told me to pick. But I'm trying to go with my heart a little bit. And growing up in a family where Arsenal were the team, I think it has to be Arsenal. I just don't see myself as a Leicester fan. Well, I should go the glory supporting option and go Leicester. I agree, I should have bought the mega office next door. Next time I will. Thought you were about to say Spurs. Oh, no. No, I wasn't going to say Spurs. But yeah, watching Saka for England the other night convinced me. It was like, oh, hello. This boy's quite good. And he plays for Arsenal, does he? I think that's my decision made. Good job you're only doing it for one season because Arsenal won't be in the Prem any longer than that. Oh, dear. They're signing Ben White, aren't they? He was playing for Posh 2 years ago. He must be good. Oh, God. What have I let myself in for? Spurs don't have a manager, let alone fans. I guess that would be the attraction of Spurs. Maybe I'll change my mind and go Spurs. We'll see. Looking forward to your Super League commentary in about a year or two. Spurs' new kit has as much potential as their trophy cabinet. Well, that was the other thing I was looking at when I was picking clubs. But I think, what kits could I see myself having? And have you seen Leicester's new kit? It's horrible. Their sponsor is horrible. Leicester kit 20... No, let's try and get the right year. The shirt's not too bad, but that sponsor is awful. it's stupid. Whereas the Arsenal away kit for this season is a really nice looking kit. I realise I'm picking a team the way a girl picks a team, but that's a nice looking shirt. So that goes into the decision making process. Ah, what's happened? Where's the game gone? Can't wait to see you rip into Arsenal. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't even know who plays for him. I need to do some proper research. Who are the good Arsenal players? Aubameyang's good, isn't he? Heard he's good. But you said you weren't going to pick a team that could be in the same league as Posh next year. It's unlikely Arsenal are going to get relegated, isn't it? Isn't it? Ever since playing FIFA as Real Madrid and hearing their goal song, I'm now a Madrid fan. Nice. Kev special guest on AFTV. That's about it. Aubameyang and Saka and Thomas Partey. Aubameyang's like 2 levels above everyone else in that team. Nice. Well, then he's my new favourite footballer. I don't think I've ever seen him play. He's a striker, right? I've got a lot to learn. Striker / winger. Okay. Didn't Saka play in the Champions League final for me this year in non-league legend? I think he did. When I was convinced he was a left back, and now I've actually seen him play, I'm convinced he's not. He's a striker, right? Hashtag triggered. Look, I haven't watched a Premier League football match in like 10 years. I did watch the Europa League final. I did watch the Champions League final. And I've watched almost all of the Euros up until this point. I'm trying. I'm learning. But this Aubameyang guy didn't play in any of those matches. So I've never seen the man kick a football. Need to pick a team where you can pronounce most of the players. Aubameyang had a good season last year to get a new contract, and this season went missing. Nice. I don't watch football anymore either. I prefer combat sports and wrestling. Nice. See, Burnley are firmly in the category of they could be in Posh's league again anytime. That was the other thing that counted against Leicester for me. The fact that I've regularly seen Posh play against Leicester in the league. Whereas Posh have never played Arsenal in the league and probably never will. So that always makes me feel a little bit about Leicester. They've kind of been our rivals at various points. Leicester will not go down soon. No, I don't doubt that. But they have been down there very recently. Anna's here. Hello, Anna. You're gonna what?
You're a small person, Bath.
Okay. Any particular small person? Some would argue you're a small person. Are you giving yourself a bath?
Oh, you're so funny.
Can you just hold up Stone Cold? People want to know that he's there. Just hold him up so people can see him. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. That's too high. Lower. We can only see his balls now. Lower. Yeah, there he is. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, boys and girls. Okay. Have fun doing baths. You should clean a teenage boy. What happens if Posh get Arsenal in the FA Cup or the League Cup? Obviously, I'm a Posh fan. There's no difficulty there. My loyalty will always be to Posh. More more chance of Arsenal going down than Leicester. I would suggest long term, that's probably not true. Arsenal are offering 50 million for Ben White, so you'll know someone who plays for him. Exactly. My boy Saka plays for him. Now they've got Ben White. They've got Gabriel. I never did learn how to say his name, but he was in my Arsenal team as well in non-league to legends, so I know about him. Couldn't tell you what he looks like. Couldn't tell you even how to say his name properly. But he's there, isn't he? Vegan boy Bellerin. They got a vegan. Ah, lovely. Bellerin is a great guy. Well, there you go. He's my new hero then. Again, I'm not entirely sure what he looks like. If he walked in now, I wouldn't know. I mean, if he's a vegan, presumably he'd have a cardigan on. So that would identify, that would narrow him down a little bit. Probably some beads. The guy walks in with a man bun, a cardigan and some beads, then I'll know it's probably him. He's Spanish. Does he look Spanish to you? Does he have a man bun, a cardigan and beads? Looks like what you'd imagine a vegan with the name Bellerin would look like. Yes, 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 and yes. There you go. That was easy. So I probably would recognise him. Definitely has a man bun. Fantastic. Pretty much spot on description. Oh, that's amazing. He spent so much time in England, he has a London accent. That makes him my favourite. I used to love Jan Molby's Liverpool accent back in the 90s. That fascinated me as a kid. But he's Danish. Yeah, but he talks like a Scouser. He has a man bun and a cardigan. Beautiful. It's my kind of guy. I might get myself a cardigan and grow a man bun. I think I'm probably too fat for a man bun. I did see that Benzema scored 2 goals at the same time. That was a delicious statistic when I saw that on Twitter. That's a good goal from Ivanov. Almost as good as a Scotland striker with an Aussie accent. But he's actually Australian, isn't he? Ah, stupid player ages. Stupid player ages. Kev will be watching Arsenal thinking, why they're not starting Adams, where's Vieira? Yeah, absolutely. Henry and Bergkamp are still up front, right? He was born in Scotland but raised in Australia. Ah, okay. He was born in Leicester. Sancho has a German accent. Are you serious? He's been there like 2 years. Why would his English sound German after 2 years? That can't be true. I've never heard the man speak. Half the Scotland team are born in England. Well, I've noticed on Twitter over the last week that half of the Football Manager content creators that I previously assumed are English are apparently Scottish. He doesn't have a German accent. Puts it on a bit when he's over there so people can understand him better. Okay. Watch some of his interviews. It's really forced. Why would he need to speak English in a German accent, though? Surely he just needs to speak German and then they'd understand him. He's not in LOLLUJO. Talking English in a German accent doesn't make it easier for them to understand you, surely. That, boys and girls, is why Saka gets in the England team ahead of him. Different levels of thinking. Oh, Ivanov's back, boys and girls. Probably just speaks more clearly trying to remove his actual accent because people who are not very good at English have a difficult time understanding some people from Britain. It's not just people who are not who don't speak English very well. I don't understand most of the English accents. Like I said earlier, I've never gone further north than Leeds, so I'd have no idea what was going on. And that one time we went to Wolverhampton, we got a Greggs and then ran back to Birmingham again because we didn't know what they were saying. How are we drawing 4-4? We needed a win here, and we've given ourselves every opportunity to win it. 4 goals from Ivanov. Somehow we still don't win the match. You score, if you're a striker and you score 4 goals away from home, I think he's probably got the right to be a little frustrated with the other 10 players after that game. Sorry, us southern people have strange accents. You're from down Bristol way, aren't you, Beagles? I understand the Bristolians perfectly because they sound like they're from round my way. The Bristol accent and the East Anglian accent are very similar. There are Greggs. There's Greggs everywhere. There's at least 10 Greggs within 10 miles of my house, I should think. Feel like I'm fluent in English, but watching Peaky Blinders, I understand only half of what they're saying. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about on there. Yeah, I never really understood how people from the east of the country and the west of the country can sound so similar, and then the people in the middle sound like they're in EastEnders. I don't understand it. What's the most common English name besides John and Smith? David, probably. And Jones. Well, that's a Welsh name, really, isn't it? Jones. I don't know. If you said David Jones, you'd think they were Welsh, not English, so probably not. I don't know. I imagine that's something you can Google. I wouldn't say Tony. Michael, maybe? Andrew, possibly? Bob. You don't get a lot of Bob these days, do you? I can't imagine a kid called Bob. Imagine, but I mean, if you've got a young son who you call Bob, I apologize if it sounds like I'm mocking you, but imagine sending your little toddler into first year of primary school and having him introduce himself to everyone as Bob. Not Bobby, not Robbie. All right, I'm Bob. You're what now? I'm Bob. Oh, that'd be amazing. Almost worth having another kid just so I can call him Bob. No, it's not short for Robert. I'm just Bob. I feel like he'd be a miserable old man even as a child. And that would be perfect. We have 10,000 members at the gym. Most common male name is Sam, surname Jones. I feel like that says more about gym goers, though. People who are called Sam are much more likely to go to the gym. I think it's a certain caliber of person who's called Sam. You don't get a lot of Sams working in chip shops, I bet. I feel like they're two very separate groups. Chip shop employees, gym goers. You got a lot of Sam over here, not much Sam over here. Disappointed in the home save, not playing Ian much. Ian will get his time. I love the fact in one summer we signed an Ian and a Sydney. Most popular English names. I think these are the most popular names that people are giving their kids now. The fact that Noah and Jacob are on there. Not a chance is Jacob or Noah one of the most common first names for English people in general. That's what people are calling their kids now. I want to know what the most common name. We need census results. How is Noah more common than Thomas these days? What's happened to the world? That's the top 10 currently unborn children. Yeah, it's not the same. So you got no Richard on there. No. You don't get a lot of dick these days, do you, amongst kids? Not a lot of dick. That was phrased perfectly. Right, are these the most common English names? This is what I want. Are we losing again? We're always losing. Don't care about losing. So, most common English names in the last 100 years. Jake is the most common. Connor. I find this really hard to believe. Kyle is the 5th most common English name in the last 100 years. This is absolute poppycock. This is, I call Boulder Dash on that list. Nonsense. Nifrox, thank you very much for the sub. That list is not true. You are not telling me the most common names in the last 100 years. Callum, 3rd place. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Not having it. Da, 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 da. We should interrogate the FM database. We should. Or just go to a load of seaside towns and have a look what names are on mugs. You're not telling me you've got a load of Callum mugs at the seaside now. I know from experience, because my brother's called Callum. And he used to cry as a kid when I could get a pencil and he couldn't get a pencil because he had a wangy name and I had a normal name. No pencil for you, Wang. No cup for you, Wang. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance. Is Callum the 3rd most common name of the last 100 years? That pencilless nerd is nowhere on that list. Da, 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 da. Right, we've got another list. This looks a bit more like it. So James, Robert, John, Michael, William, David, Richard. Yeah, that's the correct list. That looks right. I'm surprised Christopher's as low as he is. And Daniel. But we haven't hit a weird name yet. You don't hit a weird name until Joshua at number 20. Then Kenneth, Kevin. It's getting a bit weird now. Surprised Brian, George and Edward are as low as they are. And Timothy. Yeah, that's the list. Jonathan all the way down in 35th place. Stephen spelt the wrong way in 36th. I imagine we've got proper Stephen further up here. Yeah, normal Stephen in 17th place. There's your real list. I can't even remember who asked now. That's your list. We should probably, I don't think I paused the game. No. Oh, we're winning. Huzzah. 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 We're back up to 7th in the league. We're going to end the stream here. We'll just tick that off, and we'll just see where we are in the league. So 7th in the league, 6 points behind Torpedo Zardinho with 6 games to go. But we know 4th place doesn't get you anything unless one of the top 3 win the cup, and we're still in the cup. So we do still have potential routes into Europe for next season. That's the most important thing. But for now, let's find somebody to raid. I don't know who we're going to raid. Who should we raid? Let's have a little look who's on. We will raid Omega Luke, I think. Tell him I should be his manager in the wrestling, but he needs to wrestle somewhere that's not really far away. So if he starts wrestling in the center of the country where humans are, I'll be his manager. I'll get that boy over. Oh, I'll get him over. Right, I will see you soon. I don't know when my next stream will be. Probably next night off from the Euros, other than tomorrow, because tomorrow's podcast night. So sometime next week. Keep an eye on Twitter. Toodle pip. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. I'm still saying goodbye because I don't know if I've ended the stream. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.